Raise your hand if you've ever wired a truck from scratch. Anyone? So my hand's not up either. It can be intimidating. It is intimidating. So I'm using the Painless kit. The good thing about the kit is there's detailed instructions. Every wire is labeled. So for instance, this yellow wire is left power window, ignition power, and left door power door lock. So these go to my windows and my lock on the driver's side. These are for the passenger side. So all of them are labeled. And they're split up into different groups. So engine group, gauge cluster, windshield wiper, you get the idea. It should be easy. Should be easier. Maybe? Yeah. But for this teeny tiny cab, there's not a lot of space. So it's kind of, well, it's difficult. So I found my battery location. I borrowed this battery out of the Fiasco. This is the battery I'm going to have to use from now on because it barely fits back here. The people that restored this back in '68 had a much larger interstate battery back there that somehow they crammed in there. But for me, for my purpose, that means, we're going to be pulling power. We're going to run through here. We're going to drill a hole here. We're going to go through here, go through there, get to the battery. For some of it. And then, some of it's going to go down through the floor of the cab and then up that way. I pulled all of the Holley Sniper stuff through this hole. So I had to make a 1 3/4 hole to get the Sniper connectors through. Because Holley thinks you're gonna put this in the engine bay and the battery's gonna be right there, so this plugs into that. And then I have the wiring for the fan relay. I have wiring for the alarm and the clickers and let's just say different systems. So we have the fuel injection system, we have the truck wiring system, the fan system. There's connections on the shifter for neutral and reverse. There's AC, there's windshield wipers, and all of these products come with their own wiring. And they're mostly designed for independent wiring, not connected to this. But this has wiring for that and this and that. So we may be able to use, it somehow. So if you look over here, I picked my location for the fuse box. It's much bigger than it looks like. It's this wide or this deep. So if you drilled the hole and mounted it on the firewall, part of it screws in with a weather seal so that part of it can be outdoors, some of it can be indoors. But I'm not putting holes in the firewall, I'm putting holes in the floor. But that's it. So I've gone through and I've kind of separated out the different wiring sections as I find them. And I guess I had an idea of what this video was going to be about when I started, and here we go, I'm running off at the mouth like normal. I put this here so you could get to it rather easily, right? I wanted to put it behind the glove box door, but it won't fit because of all of this. Couldn't get it in there the way I wanted. So the next best option for me was over here. I thought about down here, but then to check a fuse would be a little bit more difficult, and I decided against that. So this is what I ended up with. Of course, you got to use a license plate somewhere on the build, but there is a piece of 20 gauge aluminum behind this to reinforce it. So it's, you know, it's on there. I need to see how much I can get on there without interfering with the wiring process before I start the wiring process. And here's what I mean. So I want these wires to come across here and run down here. I have nothing to attach them to because there's nothing on here. The way this truck came, there was one piece that came out here that the dashboard attached to keep the dashboard stable in the middle. And what I want to do is I want to put all of this support stuff on without the dashboard, so I don't bang my head and I don't have to bend down. But I need to make sure I can get the dashboard back on with this stuff attached without too much difficulty. See where I'm going with this? Am I making sense? I mean, I'm making sense to me. Well, let's call it pre-fitting before wiring to make sure it will fit after wiring. How's that? Pre-fit before wiring to ensure fit after wiring. That's it. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So this is my steering column brace, and it fits over those lugs. And then it fits on this, and then it bolts right here. And then the steering column bolts to this and the dash. That way, this, when you turn the wheel, it stabilizes the dashboard from rocking back and forth. This goddamn shifter. So I'm gonna bolt this up loose. I want to get my other piece on loose, and I think I can get my dashboard under this, but there's only one way to find out. So let me get the hardware. thing's gonna need some grease. Maybe some paint removed. It's too scratchy. So I got some tweaking going on because of the insulation I put in, so now I have to fix that.
All right. Lord, she's evil, wicked, mean, nasty. If you didn't want to know, why did you ask me? Seems I'm chasing that woman my whole damn life. Never got nothing to show for itself. Worry, trouble, and strife. She's got them evil eyes. She got a wicked grin. She got a mean disposition and a body built for sin. 'Cause she's evil, she's wicked. Oh, she's mean and nasty. Oh, if you didn't want to know, why did you ask me? She's got a nasty temper, and she ain't scared to show. Go ahead and wind her up, bud, and just watch her go. She's got them evil eyes, they're a window to the soul that she can't disguise. 'Cause she's evil, she's wicked, Lord, she's mean and nasty. If you didn't want to know, why did you ask me? One quick flash, that wicked grin. You gotta have that woman all over again. Mean disposition, cold as winter rain. Go ahead and mix it up with that nasty temper, bigger than a hurricane. 'Cause she's evil, 'cause she's wicked. Well, she's mean and she's nasty. If you didn't want to know, well then, why did you ask me? She's got them evil eyes, wicked grin, nasty temper, mean disposition.
Nice out.
Okay, sorry about that. I have to go back and look for when I fitted this the last time, but it's been a couple of years. It all fit back then. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 60% secure. This is where the steering column goes, and now these holes line up, which is great. I gotta tighten all those. I gotta tighten these too, but I don't know if I'm gonna have to take this off again, but I don't think I will. I think I can get my hands back there. The other reason for leaving the dashboard open was so I could have the glove. The other reason I left the glove box open was because I can reach in there for AC stuff, and I'm pretty sure that's where I'm going to put the sniper display. But now this is all filthy.